is A Course in Miracles, the introduction to Workbook for Students, Volume 2. Alright, so a theoretical foundation such as the text is necessary as a background to make the exercises in this workbook meaningful. Yet it is the exercises that will make the goal of the course possible. An untrained mind can accomplish nothing. It is the purpose of these exercises to train the mind to think along the lines the course sets forth. The exercises are very simple. They do not require a great deal of time, and it does not matter where you do them. They need no preparation. They are numbered, running from lesson 1 to 365. The training period is 1 year. Do not undertake more than one lesson a day. The purpose of the workbook is to train the mind in a systematic way to a different perception of absolutely everything in the world. The workbook is divided into 2 sections. The first one, or part 1, dealing with the undoing of the way you see right now, or this physical world.
Mm-hmm.
And the second, and part 2, with the restoration of the spiritual vision. Each day's exercises are planned around one central idea, which is stated first. This is followed by a description of the specific producers by which the idea is for the day is to be applied. Many of the earlier exercises should be practiced with eyes open to emphasize that the aim is to learn how to see. Also, unless you are instructed otherwise, it is recommended that each exercise be repeated several or even many times a day, preferably in a different place each time, and if possible, in every situation which you spend any long period of time, like a meeting. But no, this instruction to practice the idea in a different place each time probably applies mainly to the early exercises in which you are applying the idea to your visual field. However, practicing in a variety of places and situations is a good practice throughout, as it will aid in generalizing the lessons. And footnote, the purpose is to train the mind to generalize the lessons so that you will understand that each of them is as applicable to one situation as it is to another. The long pauses mean that's end paragraph.
Okay.
The only rules that should be followed throughout are these. First, to practice the exercises with great specificity. Each one applies to every situation in which you find yourself and to everything you see in it. Second, be sure that you do not decide that there are some things to which the idea for the day is inapplicable. The aim of the exercises will always be to increase the application of the idea to absolutely everything. Footnote, this likely means that the exercises aim at increasing our ability to realize that the ideas apply to not just those subjects we used in our practice periods, but to absolutely everything.
And footnote?
And footnote, this will require no effort on your part. The exercises themselves meet the conditions necessary for this kind of transfer. Only be sure that you make no exceptions in applying the idea. This will interfere with transfer of training. But no, in psychology, psychology, transfer of learning concerns the ability to transfer something originally learned in one context to additional contexts. It is the same concept that is mentioned at the end of the previous paragraph, to generalize the lessons so that you will understand that each of them is applicable to one situation as it is to another. End footnote. Now,
Was that the end of the section?
no, paragraph.
Oh, okay.
Transfer of training in true perception does not proceed as does transfer of the training of the world. If true perception has been achieved in connection with any person, situation, or event, total transfer to everyone and everything is certain. On the other hand, one exception held apart from true perception makes its accomplishment anywhere impossible. The very nature of true perception is that it has no limits. It is the opposite of the way you see now.
Those paragraph pauses are way too long. Just do a quick pause.
Some of the ideas you will find difficult to believe, and others will seem quite startling. It does not matter. You are merely asked to apply them as you are directed to do. You are not asked to judge them or even to believe them. You are merely asked to use them. It is their use that will give them meaning to you and show you they are true. Remember only this. You need not believe the ideas, you need not accept them, and you need not welcome them. Some of them you may actively resist. None of this will matter or decrease their efficacy.
Efficacy?
But allow yourself to make no exceptions in applying the ideas the exercises contain. Whatever your reaction to the ideas may be, use them. Nothing more than this is required. End of the introduction.
Great.